long time. If I hold it up, you can see all the details, see? Now when I bought this, I had an idea to make it into a Sarape. Some nice pleats on the front here, maybe a closure on the side so I can just clip it right up here and it will look perfect every time. Alright, I'm just going to do a little flat sketch here, get all the pertinent details. Here's my shoulder band. Originally it had buttons on there. A cowl neck. And here's the top layer with the pleats coming out of the band. And then a second layer underneath that's asymmetrical. And there's two more layers through the back here. I'll cross-hatch it to show the back. And I even drew a little face on her. Just color it all in. Gosh, she looks angry. I hope wearing my clothes doesn't make people this angry. Voila, there it is, my design. Now I made myself a prototype out of this muslin. You can see I don't have all the details that I want yet. I mainly just designed the silhouette. You can see how I like the fabric to look. I got two layers on the front. This point here is going to wrap around and connect on the shoulder. The one underneath is going to go over my head. That's why this hole is cut so big right now. I'm going to make a nice neckline on it. And the fabric in the back, there's two layers there. They cross. And that's to give me some freedom of movement. You shouldn't see your body unless your arms are all the way up. It should have enough fabric on the side to cover you most of the time. And I'm going to put fringe on it just like my blanket. What do you think? Is that an exciting project or what? Now this prototype that I made is going to become the actual pattern. And I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm going to mark it up using my Sharpie. So all I'm going to do is just draw dotted lines where I need to cut and also write directly on the fabric where I need to add or take away inches. Right here I drew exactly where that band needs to be so I know what the shape of it will be. I wrote a 7 there because I need to add 7 to that side. And I just drew the pleats on. Okay, I took it apart and I spread it out, so this is going to be the top piece. Decided to eliminate the shoulder seam. Remember where I wrote the 7? That's where this is connecting here. So this shoulder is going to be like that off this band because this is going to be a separate piece. Now my first pattern piece is ready to go. Cut along these lines like I was saying before. Cut a little bit. Spread it out. Gonna give me the cowl neck that I want. I'm just gonna cut across. When I put my pattern down on top of my fabric, I'm going to spread it out like so. Make it into one single piece. I'm going to cut them out as one. I believe I have enough fabric. Well, the fabric is wide enough to do that. And I'm doubly sure it's laid out properly. I am not 100% confident in what I'm doing. Okay, you can see here how I arranged my pleats along my shoulder band. I started at the top. I did 3 close together so I could create that cowl neck. And I have 2 more in the middle and I have 1 in the bottom corner. Now there's 2 ways I could be doing the pleats here. I could sew them the way they are now on the outside, just a row of stitches right on the fold that I made. Or I could stitch them together on the inside so that you don't see the stitches at all. The fabric just opens up here. Maybe I'll do a slight zigzag, not too wide. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Right now, I'm going to see if what I did worked and if this is going to fit. Alright, so this is my band. This is the top right here. And it looks like I came up short. All right. You know what? What I can do? I can just put another pleat in. Split the difference here. I'll put one more like that. Right in the middle. The more the merrier, I guess. All right, so. Okay, what will help is if I pin it from the side that moves, as in this side. I have the pins going the wrong way, so they're stabbing me as I go. All right, that looks pretty good. Now I'll take my facing piece, put it against the other side like this. Okay, so now I'm putting this together, and what I got to do is I got to have the right sides together, and then sandwiched in between the right sides is, of course, the top layer. So I got that. Then I'm going to sew all the way through the facing, down through all these layers. Not 1000% what I wanted, it's a little shy. All right, so what I got here is this really cool fringe stuff. I bought everything they had left, and I'm still gonna need more, so I have some plain stuff here too. I've used this in the past. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I have the right side up, and I have my fringe on the right side facing inward. And it's going to set it to a zigzag stitch, pretty narrow, long zigzag stitch. To keep the fringe out from under the needle. I'm just going to go all the way along near the edge. Okay, that's good. Then I'm going to switch to my straight stitch. I'm going to turn to the inside all what I just did. Try to keep the fringe out of the way as best I can. Hold that seam allowance to the inside so you can see it on the inside. Okay, so the black band wasn't standing out against the rest of the black fabric, so I decided instead of putting buttons that I would do some embroidery. Now this is the most painstakingly difficult part of the process. I've already done the whole thing once and taken it apart to do it over again because I didn't like the way it came out the first time. So what you got to do, you got to take your little bead, whatever it is you're putting on. You have to be very exact where you put the needle. So you got to come from the other, got to come from the inside. I also got my snaps on, as you can see here. The neck hole is big enough you can actually put it on without unsnapping and snapping it back, but I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case, so I made it able to come apart. This is loose. I'm going to put this on first. Okay, so this concludes my Sarape. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with how it came out. There are a few things I would change next time. I think instead of having it wrap all the way around it, just have it come out the opposite shoulder and go across. And make sure that my cowl neck covered, make it a little bit higher. Because as it stands, I don't even really have to take this off to put my head through. It'll go through both holes pretty easily. I don't have to really unclip it. Yeah, the snaps work. Not as easy as I thought. Do you get a good look at this pattern? Perfect. The more I do it, the better I'll get. This can be my signature pattern. And then if I do it a bunch of times, it'll be really good. If you like what I do here and you want to see some more designed from scratch videos, please subscribe. I'm building a whole series of these. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to see you again.